How can you recession-proof your Shopify app? If you do not want to have all your eggs in one basket, think about localizing your Shopify app. Welcome back to Building and Growing Shopify Apps. Today, we are going to speak about localizing your app. And for this, we have a special guest, which is Jack from TranslateCI. Okay, so hi Jack, and thanks for being here. So you are building TranslateCI to help Shopify apps translate their apps into other languages. One question that I have been wanting to ask you is how should I start? Like, what would you recommend to translate your app first into?
Yeah, so I think there's actually a really big opportunity in the Shopify App Store right now. So when we look at like the top couple hundred apps and see what they're translating their apps into, we see the European languages like French and German, Spanish, things like that. But what we're missing is the markets where Shopify is growing really fast. So Shopify is growing right now by leaps and bounds in Brazil and Japan. So by translating your app into Brazilian Portuguese and Japanese, you can kind of get a leg up on the competition because a lot of those, like way fewer of those top apps are translated into those languages.
Okay, yeah, cool, makes sense. So yeah, maybe as a second step, so I have a Shopify app and the front end is written in React. So I was wondering how difficult is it to actually translate it using TranslateCI?
Yeah, so it's pretty easy. Sort of the technical process, if you've never translated your app before, you do need to sort of prep it to translate. That essentially means you're going to install an internationalization framework for React that's called React IAT Next. That's just an npm install. And then you need to wrap all your phrases in translation helper functions. So that does kind of mean you need to go through all the views of your application, and you're looking at maybe, I mean, for most of the time I see this takes about a day of dev time. And then really you're just hooking up your Git repository to TranslateCI, and we take it from there. So
Okay.
yeah, all in all, you're looking at probably a day or so to sort of get ready to translate your app.
Okay, yeah, that's not too bad. So is there anything else that I should keep in mind, like something that people usually forget when translating their app?
Yeah, so I would say the big thing is just having a support plan in place for when you get incoming queries in the languages that your app is in. So it used to be a requirement that if your app was available in a language, you had to offer support in that. And that actually, they dropped that with the newest App Store release because I think they're trying to ease the burden a little bit on app developers. That said, like if your app is available in French, for example, you're gonna get incoming queries in French. So you do need to have a plan to support that.
Okay. Yes, and since we speak, they updated the App Store yesterday, no, 2 days ago. So they released the new version of the App Store, and I think you told me you actually looked at the App Store in all the language versions, all the other language versions, like, and what did you notice there?
Yeah, so I looked at the top like 500 apps or so, and what I saw was that everyone rushed to update their English listing, which totally makes sense, but they didn't always update. Very often, I saw maybe only 25% of them actually updated their foreign language translations. I'm guessing that's because they didn't exactly know what the App Store was going to look like. They weren't quite ready, that kind of thing. So the non-English app stores for these apps didn't update. It looks a little wonky, basically. So this is a chance probably if you're quick and you translate your app, you might be able to come in and sort of rank higher than some of these bigger apps in the foreign language app stores.
Yeah, that's a really good tip, and I think that's a really good opportunity also now. So thank you, Jack, for being here, and yeah, we'll be in touch.
All right. Good talking to you.
Bye. So next, I want to give you a quick overview about the numbers of the most important non-English speaking markets. Japan. Japan is a major e-commerce market with a population of over 126 million people. Store leads lists 25,696 active merchants and 248 stores on a Shopify Plus plan. Germany is the largest economy in Europe and it has a thriving e-commerce market. Store leads lists 61,000 merchants and 1,300 plus stores. Brazil is the largest economy in South America, and it has a growing e-commerce market with a population over 212 million people. Brazil offers a large and diverse market for e-commerce businesses. StoreLeads lists 72,000 active stores, but only 56 Shopify Plus stores. France is another major e-commerce market with a population of over 67 million people. French consumers are known for their high levels of spending on luxury goods, making France an attractive market for certain types of e-commerce businesses. As we saw, there are many opportunities for us to recession-proof our apps. If you like this video, like and subscribe to support the channel.